every night's opening night. You can't start what we call in this business walking a play when you get to know it like the back of your hand. You can't start walking it. You still got to think. When you stop thinking, you become your own caricature, and the people know, if you're not trying to deliver and trying to get the laughs. But as I say, this cast, I can't praise them enough. They're fantastic.
Are you enjoying being in it? Because I know sometimes these shows that they take you from town to town, you're living out of a suitcase, you're doing the same lines every night. I mean, is it a fun atmosphere to do these type of shows?
It is. This cast are lovely, and we do get on. There isn't a weak link. Everybody's got a sense of humour. We're having a great time. Touring is very hard, and I don't think I'm going to do it anymore, to tell you the truth. But I haven't done it for years, and I've done this, and I've loved every minute of it. But I'm semi-retired anyway, so I don't think I'm going to do it anymore.
Why is that? Is it because of the living out of a suitcase? You miss your family? What is it?
Yeah, it's the family. I mean, I've always been out of a suitcase. I get back to the family every week. But it's just living out of a suitcase, yeah. It's very tiring. And I've been in this business on the 15th of January, 48 years. Long time, mate.
Really is a long time, and you're so well known. You're one of those people that I'm so inspired to talk to, because you made the character your own. I'm talking about Heidi High now, when you were in that, and it became such a legendary program, and everybody knows you for it. Does that though have a double side to it? Because I know some stars are embarrassed by what made them famous. I spoke to a star recently from Neighbours who said, "Don't mention Neighbours," and I'm thinking, well, we don't know you for anything else. Why would you do that? How are you with it?
Well, that is a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, if you want fame, there's a price to pay, and I think it's a nice price, because it's lovely that people, even now, every day, they still recognise me, and with a face like this, I mean, how can I hide it? I mean, if beauty's skin deep, I was born inside out. But it doesn't bother me, people coming up and wanting autographs and wanting to talk to you, because they love that show, because it has become a classic, hasn't it? I mean, it's like Dad's Army now. It has become a classic, and I was very, very proud to be in it. And Ted was a lovely man. He wasn't a bad man, Ted. He was a lovable rogue. All he wanted were a few quid out of bingo, a case of Newcastle Brown, and a bird in his chalet. That's all Ted wanted out of life.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Ted didn't get it. We were only pretending,
What were the days like when you were recording that? Because it seemed like you were having so much fun. We now remember it so fondly. Was it hard work at the time? Was it fun at the time?
Oh, it's hard work. I mean, showbiz is, mate. But it was terrific fun. I've got the one thing they can't take away from you: memories. I've got 9 years of bliss in my head. We had a great time with IDI, and everybody in IDI were nice as well. We got on not like a house on fire. But it certainly was hard work. Make no mistake. You've got to mention Perry and Croft, the writers, because they were very clever. They took a dozen people from real life, picked them up, put them somewhere else, and told you about them. And have you noticed everything they've written? Such as Dad's Army, Chained to Our Fort, Mum, IDI, You Rang Me Lord. It took me 2 years to notice it. All their characters are failures. Did you ever notice that? You think about it.
You're right, they're all tragic in a way, aren't they?
They're all tragic, yeah, and the Brits love an underdog. They're very clever people. It took me 2 years to realise it.
David Croft, the guy has to be one of the greatest comic writers we've ever had.
Well, but not just his writing. I mean, Jimmy wrote with him, but David went on from there. I mean, he is a genius, David Croft, because he wrote it and also produced and directed everything he did. I mean, if he says it's Thursday, it's Thursday. He is the man. We've nothing but praise and love for the man. And Jimmy as well, because Jimmy was a great writer. But that was Jimmy Dunn. David did all the producing and the directing as well. It was amazing man. I was here 8 years ago. I'm digressing for a bit. I was in pantomime with Joe Pasquale, Winter Davis, and her off the Rod Hull show, Grot Bags, the witch, the big green witch. She was here, and we had a fantastic season. It was lovely, and I haven't been back since 8 years. So it's lovely to be back, if only for a week.
What's it like working with Joe? I mean, he's always fun when we have him on. I mean, is he great to work with?
Oh, Pasquale? Oh, yeah, he's a diamond geezer, as they say, in his part of the world. Yeah, he's a lovely man, Joe, and a very talented man, too. Yeah, I haven't seen him for quite a while, Joe. I'm looking forward to seeing him, and we'll bump into one another. We always do, eventually.
I love talking to people like you because, as I say, your talent stands before what you do. There's so many people now who come through. We're here 1 minute and they're never gone the next. I mean, I can talk to you guys year on year on year, and you're doing different stuff. And that's such a, I think, compliment to your talent that you keep going, because if you weren't any good, you wouldn't get the work.
Well, that's true, and that's true in any walk of life, really, but especially showbiz. If you come and you end up as a fly-by-night, as you say, here one day, gone the next, and that does happen to a lot of them. But some of the people stay, and I've been fortunate enough to be one of them.
I want to talk to you about one thing that you did in your career, which I would think would be a huge memory, probably on par with Heidi High, which was when you were at the Palladium in Oliver. Oh, yeah. That had got to be a thrill, to be in the Palace of Show Business.
Well, it is. I mean, it's the most famous theatre in the world. And I saw Macintosh and Mr. Bart, and they gave me the part for the last 10 months. It run about 3.5 years, you know. And I will say this, it was, what a production. I mean, it cost him $5 million to put on, and he got his money back before he opened the door for the first night in advance. I mean, there is amazing, man. Him and Webber, they're special. And I will say this about the Palladium. The only time in my career, I've never knowingly walked a show in my life, and I certainly didn't on that one. But to be in a thing 10 months, after 3 months, you know every dot, every wart. But I've never been in a long-running thing where I've come down those steps, that was his entrance every night, and got that same buzz as I got on the opening night. It was, there's something magic about that theatre. I can't explain what it is. But everybody that's been anybody or is anybody has worked the Palladium. You name all the big American stars, Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Danny Kaye, I mean, just to mention a few, hundreds, thousands of them. And to be on the same stage is in their footsteps, to me, I was in awe. It gave me a great thrill. So, I mean, it was fantastic, that. I really enjoyed that. It's lovely talking to you, mate. It really is.
Thank you so much. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, bye.